Alright, today I'm going to go ahead and talk about the web page. And what we want to do is go ahead and start a web page by clicking the Start button and then going to All Programs and then going to Accessories and then going to Notepad. Okay, Notepad is a Notepad is a text editor that we use because all web pages are made of text because they are nice and small, so it's easy for us to transmit them over the internet. Alright, the first thing that we do is use a tag, and that's a less than symbol and then the information that you want to put in there and then a greater than symbol. Okay, this HTML says to use the HTML interpreter that's built into the browser. And we want to go ahead and start with that. Then we want to do another tag, and again, less than symbol to start the tag. Next thing we're going to do is type the word head. The head section is a section of the web page that nobody can see, but it has extra information for the browser and the computer. Okay, inside the head we have another section called the title. And so far we've opened up three different sections: the HTML, the head, and the title. So my title here is I'm going to put in is Tom's web page. And again, this is just going to show up in the browser title bar. Okay, now we have to start shutting things down, and we do that by adding a slash to the tag. So if I'm going to stop the title, I'm going to do the less than symbol and then a slash, and that is the one that's lowercase from the question mark, and then type title again. Okay, that tells it that we want to go ahead and turn on the title here and then turn off the title there. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is, since we're done with the head section, we're going to do slash head, and that turns off the head section. And now we're ready to do the next part of the web page, and that is the body. So we do we type the word body, and now the body has attributes that we can change. You can change text color, you can add a background image, things like that. But what we're going to do in this one is just use one attribute, and that is BG color, all one word, and that's the background color of the page. And we're going to make that equal to, and then we can use any one of the 16 web colors that you want to use. You don't want to use blue and you don't want to use purple, because later on we'll see that those make our links disappear. So I'm just going to be using, let's use yellow. And then I close the tag. And actually now I have enough to actually show something in the browser, and that is to turn the body yellow and put Tom's web page in the browser heading. But I gotta save this, so I'm going to do File, Save, because it has to be in permanent storage. And I'm going to go ahead and just stick it on the desktop. And I'm going to call it Tom webpage.htm. You have to end it with a .htm in order for the browser to be able to interpret it. Now, one thing you might notice is that it says Save as Type Text Document.txt. Okay, we can't have it save it as text document because it'll add .txt to the end of the .htm, and it won't show up in the browser. So we have to change this to all files. And now what it'll do is it'll let the .htm show stay there. Then I'll save it. Okay, now if I want to go ahead and open it back up, or open it up in the browser, I'll go ahead and open up Windows Explorer. I will go to my desktop. I will find Tom's web page. Okay, and there it is, Tom's web page. Now I have a different piece of software, so I'm going to have to right mouse click and tell it to open it with, and then I can choose the browser I want to use to open it up with. I'm going to use Internet Explorer for it. And this is how it looks. Okay, so when it opens up in Internet Explorer. If I want to go ahead and change, I have to go back to Notepad. And you can see if I sit there now and type in here another tag, which is H1, and that it's a heading 1, which is large text. And I'm going to say, welcome to Tom's webpage. And then I'll go ahead and close this by doing a /H1. So every time we have an open tag, just about, we have to have a closed one. And then I can go ahead and go down to the bottom of here and do a /body. That closes that. And then a /HTML closes that. Proper syntax. Now, if I go to the browser and hit refresh, which is the F5 key. Whoops, didn't want to do that. If I go back to the browser and hit the refresh button, nothing happens. What I have to do is I have to save this file back to the desktop again, but just doing save, not save as. And now when I go back here and refresh, bam, there goes my heading. All right, so this ends ends today.